it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey, yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way.
Well, I tell you what, we have an absolutely perfect Midwestern afternoon for football, and EA Sports brings you coverage of the NFL from Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd, and they're all set as they'll match up with the Arizona Cardinals. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
Hands up! We need peace!
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Hands up!
This is Joe Mixon, fourth in the NFL in rushing last season. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 34.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Orbit.
3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? Finding Green complete. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
Well, I think everything was impressive about that one, except they didn't get a first down. But I like their field position now after that play.
Yeah, now you got a pretty makeable field goal opportunity. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check 52 to mine. Exit.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Justin Pugh, the left guard that time with a flag. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. from the gun. Murray. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. On second down, here's Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards the pickup there. Several media outlets thought Andy Isabella was the top receiver in this year's class out of UMass. He dominated his senior year there. 1,700 yards, 13 touchdowns. They really say that he can just take a top off a defense. He ran a 4.31 40 at the Combine, third fastest of all attendees. And then he was taken 62nd. A lot of experts think he was a major bargain with loads of potential. The first down carry here for Johnson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Second down, Murray sets to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Jordan Evans gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long.
Mike 57, 57, go. Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57.
Murray with a 3rd and long. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Geno Atkins able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Able to slither by. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2.
Check, 43. You ain't going nowhere. Regular.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Dalton looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down.
First down, Arizona.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Murray now on 1st down. And it's caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
Watch time. Tight end's right. Watch time. Tight end's right.
shotgun now from Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk for a Cardinals touchdown. Christian Kirk, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Bengals take over. Let's go, boys. Bring it up. At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the...
That's caught at the 25. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. On second down, it's Johnson. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Big hit.
10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2. They're facing a tough spot, 3rd and 8 here to start things out. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Clay. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Murray now on 1st down. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals 1st down as well. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Throwing now is Murray. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break up their routes quickly as well.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 11 yards there, first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Got his man. It's Eifert. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Dalton. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Byron Murphy, the rookie from Washington. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they'll throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Johnson. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the 41, Murray. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
It's 2nd down and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Dalton. Open man is Ross, complete. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And got his man complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green, his 6th touchdown of the season. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. When A.J. Green's on the field, something exciting usually happens, and that was certainly exciting.
Superior route runner, superior hands, superior body control, but I love the way he reacts to the football in the air. Finds it, locates it, and goes and gets it before the defensive backs can react.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Buying time to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. Another try after the 1st down sack. Murray, he's going to loft one deep left side here. This is intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. Second interception for him now here in this 1st half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Terrell Suggs, one of the best in the business at finding the QB, gets home there.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
To try again after the sack. Dalton. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll get it down here to the 43. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The 1st half update now from Philadelphia. And the Eagles out in front early. I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one.
I'm with you, Tope.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Geno Atkins in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. Dre Kirkpatrick, the cornerback, up to make the stop. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now, the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Murray going to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. William Jackson with a pick. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at the 41-yard line.
2-by-2. Move.
Terrell Suggs in on the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And now the throw hauled in by Green. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, we talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Dalton looking for Boyd, and he's got him. Touchdown, Bengals. Andy Dalton with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Bullock good on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Geno Atkins make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Johnson. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Sean Williams that time in on the stop. A lot of people felt Johnson was a little misused during what was a disappointing 2018. 940 yards on the ground, 7 touchdowns. Great for most, but not the season Johnson was hoping for. And he said this offseason, there are a lot of good running backs in the NFL, but I'm the best. And now he's trying to prove it, hoping to get back to the production that sent him to the Pro Bowl in 2016. That would certainly help his rookie quarterback. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And taken right on the 30. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
From just shy of midfield, Dalton. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Now Dalton under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. The linebacker Jordan Hicks flying in there for the sack. Here's Kevin Huber now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Yeah, there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. From his own end zone now, it's Murray. This one caught by Isabella. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. 23 yards, the final tally. Murray now, just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's first and 10. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Out of bounds at the 28-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's second and 7 now from the 28. To throw is Murray. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being bumped.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carl Lawson picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. Dalton. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
12 yards there and a first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Dalton going to break the huddle, come up first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Throwing, Dalton. Got an open man, that's C.J. Uzomah. And he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now first and goal.
Feels like a case of, until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense that we like to run. Don't change up and do something different just because you think you need to.
Ricky. Time is Ringo. Time is on Ringo.
Here's a run with Mixon, and he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. And certainly some credit there for that touchdown goes to the offensive line.
They never get the credit they deserve in the stat sheet, but they are the reason that they got the points. Excellent job up front, clearing the way for the score.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jordan Evans able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
They're giving those short little routes, tackled him in bounds too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
Murray with a 3rd and long. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 26. A huge play there for Arizona. 54 yards. 1st down, Murray. It's complete. It's Fitzgerald. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on off.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Charles Clay, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. Obviously, the scoreboard right now is not the friend of this rookie quarterback, but, hey, a touchdown pass there maybe builds a little confidence.
Every rep is valuable when you're a rookie. Every time you step up and throw the football, there's a lesson to be learned. Yeah, he took advantage of a little bit of loose coverage there with the lead, but at the same time, got it done. It'll take a little bit of satisfaction away from that throw.
And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Dalton, he'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Another try for Mixon. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Murray again, 2nd and 10. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football.
Let's go,
23 yards the pickup there. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Geno Atkins in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. That's going to be caught by Kirk. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. The Cardinals on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
The Cardinals worst in the NFL, 6 of 16 on 4th down last year, but they'll try it here. Murray and company going for it on 4th. This is Johnson. He's got it. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Forced out to his left. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Tight end right, tight end right. Hey, you got 3 down.
Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. He'll get this complete to Batson. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down.
1st down, Cardinals.
Murray now on 1st down. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Murray, one final try. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to